Welcome to Armand Academy. Like and subscribe for more content and drop your doubts in the comments. Share with your friends and classmates. For private tuition in these subjects across all boards and universities, contact me here or the link in the description. Let's get started. We've been asked to calculate NNP at FC, which is nothing but national income. All right. And we've been given information. From that information, it is understood that what we have to calculate is national income using the expenditure method because everywhere expenditure is given to us. Now, we've got private final consumption expenditure, government final consumption expenditure, gross domestic fixed capital formation. And that becomes important, okay, because the formula we are going to use is then going to be GDP MP, which is equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Why we're taking GDP? Because the investment that's given to us is gross investment. Okay, and I'll have to solve for that first. Gross investment, okay, gross investment is going to be equal to gross domestic fixed capital formation. Okay, gross domestic fixed capital formation plus addition in stock plus addition in stock, or what we call change in stock, change in stock, change in stock. And we don't have any other data for gross investment. All right, so that's all we need. Okay, and solving this much is going to give us GDPMP. But we need to reach NNPFC. And if I want NNPFC, I have to take GDPMP, subtract depreciation. Now, a lot of times in questions, they don't give us depreciation. They say consumption of fixed capital. Understand that this is depreciation. This is depreciation. All right. Then G becomes N if you do this. But I also need uh, domestic to become national. And for that, I need to add net factor income from abroad, or what we call NFIA. Then I need to make MP become FC. And for that, I need to subtract net indirect taxes. Net indirect taxes. Okay, so I write the formula first because it becomes easier for us to understand how we are doing this calculation. All right, and I would suggest doing it in steps, but because you do not have the benefit of a calculator, you can write it all down once and then finally substitute using the serial numbers. Okay, so NNPFC is going to be equal to C, okay, which is private final consumption expenditure. All right, C plus I, and I consists of both of these things. So we have GDFCF, gross domestic fixed capital formation, and addition to stock. So 1 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, now we look for government expenditure. And we have government expenditure here, which is number 2. Okay, then we have to look for X minus M, and we've got net exports over here. Okay, so directly we can add 8. Doing only this much gives us GDP MP, already including gross investment calculation by factoring in number 3 and number 4. Now, what else do we need to do? We need to subtract depreciation, which is consumption of fixed capital. So it'll be minus 5 plus NFIA, so plus 6, and minus NIT, so minus 7. Okay, logically, we're putting down the numbers and now we can substitute. Okay, so how much is 1 is 2000, 2003, okay, is 1000 and 1400. So let's see, 1400. So we have filled in C plus I. Okay, G is 1500. X minus M is 700. Only this much gives us GDPMP. Okay, but now we will subtract depreciation, consumption of fixed capital, which is 50. We will add net factor income from abroad, which is 100, and we will subtract net indirect taxes, which is 200, which is 200. Okay, and now it becomes easy for us. First, let's add and then we'll subtract. Okay, so 3,400, 4,900, okay, 5,600, 5,700, and then we can subtract 250 from that. Okay, so we get 5,450 crores. Any doubts, feel free to ask. Okay, keep in mind this chapter is very easy. As long as you remember the formula solved systematically, you will get full marks.